I was just like, hope for the best. Hey, everybody, I hope you're muted, guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee, Casuals, and Consoles, the first show of 2018. Wow, can you guys believe it's 2018?
I
Not
can't
really.
believe it.
It's crazy.
Time flies.
It totally, this year flew by. I hope everybody in the chat can hear me. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me?
And if you can hear
Holler
everyone
if you
else.
hear.
Just say, woot woot, we can hear you all. If you can hear Mel.
Yeah.
Fake news. It's all fake news.
Oh, here we
False
go.
and fake.
Donald Trump.
Fake news.
Silence, you funny fool!
You are
Not
fake
live.
news. Much hacking going on.
I thought you were busy
Thank you,
talking about
Daz.
this.
Daz is the only one
Daz-
who confirmed that we can hear you all. Or hear you all.
Yeah, he's good.
Thanks, guys,
And Donald
for joining
Trump and
us.
Skeletor.
Super excited today. I hope you guys enjoy the new look. I was a little nervous about going live because, well, it's a new look and things can happen bad. So, first things first, Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to dive into our intros so we can just BS and have some fun. So, first panel member that I'm going to say good morning to today is Creating Beyond Limits. CBL, what is up?
I'm happy to be here for show 2018. I had a great Christmas break. I had a great New Year's. I hope everyone else did. Back, ready. Still not 100%. I got a little bit of a cold, a flu during the last few days, but it's basically just at the end of it now. So I'm still good to go, and I'm excited to talk about all the gaming stuff that has happened over the last few weeks.
No excuses. You're not sick. You're fine.
Who likes Donald Trump?
All right. Xbot448, would you like to say what up?
Good morning and salutations to everybody. Nah, man. What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and I gotta say, I do like the look of this. It looks really cool. Whoever did kind of like the visuals for the way this show looks, I gotta applaud them. Good job.
That is beautiful.
Xbot helped me modify J-Dubs' original theme, and I think it looks good. I had a little bit of setbacks this morning because I like to wait till the last minute to get shit done. But I think it came out really good, and you guys can only expect it to get better. But thank you, Xbot. And
Swatting? We're talking about swatting. This is great because I can look at the list now and be like, hold on, I didn't see that.
oh no, that was added in.
All I
okay.
see is freebies on there. What are we giving away free?
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
went for it says freebies in the middle. Oh, PS Plus freebies. Never mind.
Oh, I'm like, it
doesn't
does
count.
not say freebies, you liar. It totally says freebies. All right, and Supersonic Station, would you like to say good morning, what's going on, and all that good stuff?
Silence, you funny fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
Indeed.
Skeletor says, "Happy 2018." I can't wait.
Maybe
to
you'll
start
get
the show.
maybe you get some new lines in 2018. Who knows?
Right? Thank
Need a
you,
new app.
CBL.
We are going to build a wall.
Jeez, you know
Still
what?
talking about that?
Trump needs some new lines, too. And then we have Mr. Boomstick. Mr. Boomstick, would you like to say good morning?
Good morning, everyone. I hope your holidays were safe and secure, and you had a lot of fun with family and friends. And I'm really excited to be here and start the show off strong.
Absolutely. And good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I am your host, OhSnap. It's Mel.
Tremendous talent.
I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to shout out some of the people in the chat and say good morning. There's so many people that I definitely won't get through all of you. I'm sorry. So good morning to Invader UK, Dazra, Stinking Corpse, HTK, Tony Almeida, Sabsky. What is up? I'm so surprised that so many people are here this morning. It's really early. What's wrong with you
We have a
guys?
lot of talent.
A lot of talent indeed. And you guys were actually helping me set up our chat today. Good morning, Deepizzle. I saw that Justin was in the chat. He's not doing his schoolwork, obviously.
Again.
Again. Kid's gonna get in trouble. Lose his new gaming PC. What's up, Alan Roberts? He was my mod of the year the other day. He was helping out with the stream that we were doing. No, nothing against you, UK Daz, udabomb.com. Good morning, Graphic God. Good morning, Predator, Fuzzy Belvedere. You guys are all freaking amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. T Moore, Happy New Year to you too. Neo Mental, hello. You guys,
I can't wait until there's over like 1,000 people watching right at the very beginning. I want to hear how long this part goes.
Yeah, you know what?
We're going to have a pre-show.
I know. I love shouting people out. I love saying good morning, and I appreciate you all being here to hang out with us. Fastback, what's going on? Stinking Corpse, what's up? If I repeat anybody's name, it's not because you're more special than the other. Rangy 4, what's up? All right, so we do have to move on, though, because my voice is annoying me.
Hey, guess what, though? Mel has super chat now. See that $sign at the bottom?
Cha-ching.
Let's see that light up today.
Oh, it's been lighting up, though. Some people are absolutely awesome. They've been hitting it up already, so it's really cute. Thank you, guys. What's up, Luca? Luca's my love. Anyways, I do want to move on to some special announcements for the Patreon peeps. See, guys, for show 2018, and I am gonna remember. I know you guys don't do the Patreon for the shout outs. I know you do it because you guys care and you love me oh so much, but you guys still deserve a shout out. So I'm gonna shout out my mommy, who was my first Patreon person. Patreon patriot. So my mommy,
She's a Patreon
Gina,
patriot. I like that.
She was my first Patreon peep. Dirty J, he was my first gaming Patreon peep. Spoon Man was one of the first few Patreon peeps. Patreon peeps.
That's like peep and pimp put together. Peeps.
It totally is. My Patreon peeps.
Where my
Spoon
peeps
Man,
at?
Stinking Corpse, Tony Almeida, Z Black Rider, Luke Taylor, OBX Blackbeard, Breezy Baby. I just had to say it that way. I don't know why.
Wow.
Jazzy Noob, Alan Roberts, and yeah, I think that's the list of our Patreons right now. Just so you guys do know, anybody who joins the Patreon for the $5 and more level, 30% of that actually goes towards donations. What I am doing is starting one of those. It's called a community go-kart, and it's the one that Xbox did last Christmas, where they were building a go-kart. So it's really cool, and it's for the Gamers Outreach. So we have $14 so far towards the Gamers Outreach, you guys. So we're building a go-kart slowly but surely. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So as far as my announcements, I need to take a break. How about you guys?
I'm pregnant. I just found out.
All right, that's old news, though. You just found out, like, 2
We've
days
done
ago.
last year, like.
That's
wrong
so
with
last year.
Oh, I have an
Stop
announcement.
drinking.
I'm broke because I bought too many games on all the sales and stuff.
Coffee, donuts, and Crap Gamer. Crap Gamer, good morning. What's up? He wants
What's
us to
up,
rename
Crap?
the show. Anybody else here pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant, but I did put out 2 solid videos yesterday to start out 2018 strong on my channel, Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick XL, and I would appreciate if people checked it out. They're really good. Plus,
Boomstick, you should have just
Yes,
stopped
sir.
at put out. They've been like, no, I'm not pregnant, but I did put out, and just end it right there.
Wow.
That actually would have been. You're quick, bro. You're quick. No, but I actually did a video review of all 3 consoles. I thought I did a real fair job, and all the major points and negatives for each system were pointed out in the videos. So I encourage anyone to check it out if you're interested to find out what your favorite platform was graded.
Awesome. Everybody, go check out his stuff. Like, he has really awesome, very informative videos, as many of you know. So I expect you all to go do that after the show. If you could be so kind, you wonderful.
Thank you so much, Mel.
You're welcome. Anybody else pregnant? Anybody else?
No, I would like to
pregnant?
announce that this past week or so, maybe a couple weeks, I've been playing more than Destiny 2.
Oh my God, he's
Yeah.
obsessed.
What?
He's obsessed with
Yeah,
That is
PUBG.
shocking.
Playing more. I mean, I'm talking like PUBG, Forza 7, Rocket League, Rock Band. Like, I got a whole rotation going on right now. And I want to give a huge shout out to Crap Gamer. I joined him for 1 session of PUBG, a couple nights ago, and just right off the bat with him and his squad, we got second place, like right off the bat, and then I left him. Yeah, but shout out to Crap, man, that was fun.
I'm kind of mad because I walked in the house and Xbot's like, "Oh crap, I gotta go," and then I wanted to play PUBG and I didn't get to. So. But
our squad was full. I would have been kind of like torn on what to do from there.
I feel like Xbot was trying to keep Crap off for himself. That's what I feel like.
Secretly, is what I try to do.
Well,
it turns out that a game could be launch in preview, not be the greatest, have a few patches, and be really good. And apparently, I think we'll talk about it later, but they broke 4 million copies sold since December 12th, which is unbelievable.
Absolutely. It's very incredible. And so many people are complaining about the game in the beginning, and now look at it now. Just
why would they complain? It's hashtag smooth, okay?
You know what, you just stop talking now.
There's nothing wrong with that game at all. Frame rates are beautiful. No rubber banding. I don't even know. No,
I never get stuck in walls on that game ever. I swear.
You know what?
You must be playing the version that comes out in like the future or something like that.
I think it's coming along beautifully. Like the rubber banding has been taken back so much. Like you can make it 5 minutes without rubber banding 27 times. So
but the game now, if only they can make the people driving the cars drive the cars better in the game when they're driving the cars. We'll be all set.
I flew up in the sky. I was like driving around in the sky.
I didn't get to drive in the sky, but he's complaining about my terrible driving, and quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm the best driver ever. That's why people get in the car with me.
Uber.
I heard that. I heard something about an Uber business possibly starting in PUBG.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am.
You are a bad driver.
I'm gonna be the CEO. I was gonna say the VIP. I'm gonna be the CEO of Uber G. That's what we're gonna call it.
Hey Mel, do you remember a couple of weeks ago when I ran you over with a car?
On PUBG. I remember her saying something about that, getting mad.
I was playing with you and Supersonic, and I died because I got stuck in a door, and then Supersonic killed you.
I remember that.
Guys, no, I have the best story, okay? I don't know how she did this so spot on and accurate, but she, to pick me up. I was in a little town. She's coming to pick me up on a bike. I call it a bike with a wheelchair. You know, the little sidecar? It looks like a wheelchair to me. And I love sitting in a wheelchair.
It is wheelchair.
But, so I just see her speeding my way, like turning, like I see her slowly turning, coming straight my way. And I'm outside, right? There's a little, kind of like a little hill, a little bump in front of me. And I'm watching her. I was like, man, I'm going to move to the right a little bit just in case she comes in really quick. She came in like a curveball, hit the bump. All of a sudden, the front of her tire smacked right into my face, instantly dropped me to the ground, and I was crawling. She hit me in the face with the front tire of the motorcycle.
You love every minute of it. Don't deny it. Yeah, I totally did, guys.
I would never run someone over in that game ever.
Bro,
I got killed by a door.
I got killed by a door?
Yeah, the door wasn't there, and then it glitched and it appeared, and my character got stuck inside it, and he suffocated or some shit. I don't know.
He suffocated.
Well,
I think getting stuck in a door.
I think that Crap Gamer wants to play a couple of rounds with PUBG with Mel. So yeah, that's my favorite game though, and I'll be streaming tonight. And I'll be playing other days, so guys, definitely a game with me, because that's my official favorite game. But anyways, we are going to move on and get into our topics, because, well, we just got to. That's our job, right? So Boomstick, I'm going to bring it to you first. Engadget.
Hold on 1 second. Bro. Huge shout out to Rain G4. It is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Rain.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Nice. Happy birthday, Rain.
Say it's your birthday.
I hope you like my song. I made it up. So, yeah, Engadget, negativity, Boomstick. You want to take it away? Let me know what that's all about, because Boomstick did give me an article to read, and I just read blah, 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 because I was being a little bit of a bitch because I was sleepy yesterday. So, let me know what that's all about, and let's discuss it.
Okay, well, the other day, right before the new year, Engadget ran a piece. The guy that did the article, his name is Timothy J. Sapella. I don't know who he is. He might be, a regular with them. He also may be a freelancer. I don't know because I've never heard of him. And his article is titled "The Xbox's Lack of Compelling Games Won't Be Fixed Next Year." Now, obviously, the big wigs of Microsoft have been very tight-lipped. The only thing that we know for sure in 2018 is we're getting Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves, and State of Decay 2. That's confirmed. And they're all supposed to be out in the spring, which is probably the first 4 or 5 months of the, probably we'll have, hopefully, all three of them by June. Before E3, we'll have all three out. So I was, I did a story on this on my channel. And I was wondering, the first question I asked is, was he a time traveler that maybe he went into the future? And he was like, yeah, I saw Microsoft's 2018 helpings and they suck. So I'm going to write this story. But what I find very funny about the article is he's very insulting in the way he says things. And I'm going to read another piece of it. He points out how shallow this fall's first-party helpings are for Microsoft. But somehow he fails to mention how Sony only had Knack 2 and that other driving game. Then he proceeds to insult PUBG by calling it inconsequential that it sold 1 million copies in 48 hours. Like, I don't understand why. Because if this was on, and again, everyone knows that I support all three consoles, so this is not me crapping on the PS4, but it's such a double standard that if this would have been a Sony game, it would have been on Forbes, it would have been on every media site praising Sony for doing a good job. But see, his insults don't stop there. He insults Rare's Sea of Thieves and Crackdown 3 by calling them cartoony and Microsoft's big maybe for 2018. And then he says State of Decay 2's gameplay isn't the type of thing to garner mainstream success. So, I mean, like, wow. I mean, there's nothing that he saw that he liked. I just find it so one-sided. I mean, and this is where it gets really funny. He follows the already bias-minded article, which is completely one-sided, by calling out The Artful Escape, Ashen, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps for being announced and not having release dates. I mean, like, holy shit, is this guy kidding me? I mean, I guess maybe he missed E3 2015, 2016, and 2017 for Sony, where they announced 10 plus games, and none of them have release dates. So again, it's just one of those articles that are negative from the start. And when I did my story, normally I'll like put links in. I wouldn't even put the link in for this because I'm not going to support this scumbag. I'm sorry.
You know what's awesome about this? If you didn't tell us about this article, I know I never would have seen it. I didn't see anybody like on Twitter that I know of anyway, kind of like touting this article and, doing their typical like fanboy BS or anything like that. So even with him trying to be this way, it seems that the gamers are finally like, even the more casual gamers might be catching on, and they're not promoting it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
good.
no, absolutely. If an article like this that's completely one-sided, and again, I read direct quotes from his article. This is not me, making my own stuff up to make it sound better for us. Those are his exact words from his article. Maybe you're right. Maybe the traction of these negative stories is going to start to slip a little bit in 2018, and that actually would be great.
Well, boom, like any gamer with common sense, when they look into this article and he says, he starts questioning the 2018 lineup, but then he goes into so many titles, even though he's talking negative about them, so many different games. You talk about Ashen, you talk about Ori, but then you talk about State of Decay, and then Crackdown, Sea of Thieves. These are all very different games.
Yes.
And
yep.
Anybody with common sense is like, damn, well, they have a wide variety of games that they talked about so far coming out in 2018. Anybody with common sense is like, wow, they can't all be crap. I mean, what are the chances that you have the hard as nails platformer, you
got an open world survival, right?
Yeah, open world pirate game. Then you have a zombie apocalypse open world multiplayer based game and stuff. Like when you see all these like different types of games, and he's trying to attack certain bits and pieces of each one. He's just coming off looking like an ass, basically, because there's no way all them games are absolute shit. Yeah.
But again, you know what's I think what's aggravating as a fan is that, we as Xbox fans, and again, we all support multiple systems and we're proud to do that. But like anything else in life, you're going to have a particular product or an item or a company that's your favorite. For us, for most of us, it's Xbox, and we don't make any excuses for that. The issue is that
Tiger handhelds, by the way, that's my preferred system of choice.
That is okay. They are portable. They are portable, and they're not expensive. But the thing is this. We all understand that when 2013, Microsoft effed up with their messaging and their marketing with the Xbox One, and the power factor is the reason why they are where they are, right? 41, 42 million to Sony's 70 plus, maybe it's 75, who knows? But it's their own fault. But they've course corrected, and since 2013, it has been browbeating after browbeating as a fan of the brand, right? You say you're an Xbox fan on Twitter, and of course the ponies come out and they trample you, and you can't even get a word in. So 900p versus 1080p was the trend, right? Digital Foundry did every major AAA game side-by-side comparison, and obviously the Xbox lost, and every one of them. So now,
yeah, brother. Bad.
No.
I just want to say, because we brought this in kind of like again, and this is something that I have done a lot, within this past year and stuff. Talking about the Xbox One launch, I think we need to make a New Year's resolution. It's 2018, guys.
Yes,
the launch was 5 years ago.
That is correct.
Can we stop talking about the launch now? Like, I understand that was kind of like the reasoning, or at least the beginning of the wave of negativity when it comes to the Xbox One. But they have done so much in 5 years that see, that's the thing. And again, it just goes to show you how the media has grown in a way that clicks, like for instance, IGN and Kotaku and GameSpot, these sites are doing these clickbait ads to simply remain relevant, to keep the lights on. We all know that, because YouTubers like us, like who are out there now, we're not getting paid, most of us anyway, and we're doing this because of the love for the craft and for the the community. So we do this each and every week with no paycheck attached, where these writers are going to be out of a job soon enough. Mm-hmm. So you're 100% right. Why do we keep talking about 2013? Well, the reason why I think it still comes up is because there was a trend of graphics and power. Well, I think we as Xbox gamers, we always come back like, all right, we understand what happened in 2013. And one thing I'm going to stand up and say, all right, is when they unveiled the Xbox One, I know a lot of people are like, well, that first unveiling, it was absolute garbage. All he did was talk about TV and stuff like that. A lot of people fail to realize that Microsoft explained stuff before time. So I'm tired of saying, yeah, they had such a screw up when it came to the unveiling, because they told people that they were going to talk about the system and what the system can do. And they were going to talk about games at E3 of that year. So like when it came down to it, they didn't mess up so much in the unveiling that we have like kind of like accepted as the fact. All right. Now they didn't explain themselves after the fact, and that's what really killed them. But when it comes to the unveiling and stuff like that, like I am not going to do it anymore. I am not going back to 2013. we're going 2018 and forward.
Yeah,
and
makes perfect sense.
I'm not going to be an apologist anymore. It's been 5 years. They've done a complete 180. They've given us nothing but exclusives, sequels that we love, multi-plats. They gave us the most powerful console. Like they have done so much to bury what happened 5 years ago that I'm going to bury it with them, and I'm not even going to talk about 2013
But
anymore.
we're talking about it right now. See, that's the thing,
Well,
though.
this is
mission accomplished.
This is the line
guys.
in the sand, though. This is the line in the sand. This is from here on out.
You will not
like,
hear Xbox say 2013 ever again.
Yeah, it's going to go 2012, 2014. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look,
2013 never happened, you guys.
Listen, regardless of how many of these articles come out, right? And there's going to be quite a few of them. I mean, again, it's already 2018, and everyone's talking about the insider that dropped that the new Xbox is 2019 because they're afraid of PlayStation 5 coming out. I mean, it is amusing, and like I said,
the No is even talking about the next Xbox now, and I saw their video yesterday, and the only thing I thought about is, all right, they're trying to put that doubt in people's head as to buy a $500 Xbox One X right now. That was my main thinking on why they're like, oh yeah, Xbox, they're developing the next Xbox, and it's slated to come out in like 2019.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I can totally see where it felt like they're putting the doubt out there, because when we were listening yesterday, they were just like, oh yeah, they're working on the next one, but it was already said that they were working on the next Xbox.
and Microsoft made that publicly known that yes, we're working on the next box.
I'd be disappointed if they weren't, to be honest with you.
Right, you don't want them resting on their laurels. What you want is the next big thing whenever that comes out. But I don't think, honestly, to kind of just move away from the article, because like I said, I don't want to give this guy any more light. The guy's completely ass. There's no doubt about that. And the article is one-sided, which is why I called him out on my channel. Now, I haven't heard anything as of yet, and I'm probably not going to. But I was hoping that when the Xbox One X came out on November 7th, because Microsoft was very transparent with everything that this system can do, with the 4K up, every game, just about every game you currently owned had some sort of an advancement to. I thought that we would move away from the schoolyard nonsense. But again, it's really going back to what I was saying, that they need to keep the lights on, and the only way they're going to do that is to get people to click on their articles.
Boom. If I could just chime in just one more time. I like what you said about the X. I feel like I'm taking over the show here. But when you said when they came out with the X and being so transparent that you thought this wasn't going to happen, dude, I can let you know right now. Like, there's a trickle-down effect when it comes to the game industry and the gamers. Like, we're considered hardcore gamers, so it hits us like first. But when it comes to the gaming media, they cater to the casual as well. The people just pick up their article, read it, and then be like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do according to these people who are supposed to know stuff. So there's a trickle down effect. So what you're talking about isn't going to happen overnight.
Right.
Which is
I agree. Yes.
Which is why I thought it was important to point out that nobody else is really sharing this article. So I think it's starting to turn. I know what Xbox, the division, is doing. The things that they're doing right now are only good things for Xbox and for Xbox gamers and for gamers as a whole. And I think people are starting to see that, but it's not going to be an overnight thing where the doors automatically slam on these articles. But there are really good signs going on in the community with people not sharing articles like this right now.
Yeah, I mean, and that is definitely a good thing for sure.
Oh, look at that super
snap,
chat.
Predator. Like chicken dinners, the original chicken chaser was in the first Fable. Who knew?
Oh!
Thank you so much. You are the bomb.com.
Yeah, Predator's a good dude.
Predator actually seasons everybody's chicken dinner in PUBG. All right, that's why everybody's going for them. Like, they taste so good, and it's because of Predator. So
Predator, why haven't you played PUBG with me? What's going on with this? Huh?
He heard that your driving is atrocious, so he said, "No way."
My driving.
That's pretty bad.
My driving is top notch. First of all. Second of all, I had something to say on this topic here, and then I lost my train of thought because of Predator.
Oh, he said because he wants to win.
Oh, shoot. Listen, I got a couple of chicken dinners sprinkled in there. I mean, it wasn't like alone, but close.
Oh, we did a family chicken dinner, by the way. It was me, OhSnaps, and the two kids, Mad Skills, and I'll just call him Ty. But we did it family style and got a chicken dinner. So
yeah, we
Nice.
did. We totally did.
Did you get the biscuits? Because those were tasty.
And the gravy. Do you run over?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a downer for a second because on some of the part on the article, I kind of agree with them because I'm a total Xbox fan, but I'm upset that there's no Halo 6 announcement, no news. I went Halo, I went Fable, I went all these cool games. I'm mad that a lot of games got canceled, like Project Spark and Scalebound and stuff. So some of the article stuff, I agree. They stopped Kinect, and they just announced today that you can't get a Kinect adapter anymore, and I don't know.
see, he's trying to cater to. He's trying to pull my heartstrings with the adapter
You
thing.
can't get a Kinect adapter anymore? Is that
No.
like official? Because I thought it was like $40.
It's official.
No,
today.
they're not making them anymore. Like once they're out of stock now,
I mean,
they're
you can
gone.
just use your camera now, though. So that's what
I do have a camera. It's called the Kinect.
Okay. Well, you don't need your Kinect anymore, so you can just use your camera, your webcam.
No, but the Kinect is so good, though.
Real quick, I have to.
I like my Kinect too.
I have to stick it to you, Boomstick. Neo Mental says, "How would you know her driving is bad, Boom? He is definitely an instigator, okay? Because
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
you just refuse to play with me. Okay, that's just what it
have
is.
not played Call of Duty or PUBG, but I've only played 3 PUBG games, so it's, sorry.
Mhm.
This has been going on for
You're
like
not even
6
friends with
months.
me. You're a fraud. You don't.
Well,
I
what?
know.
No.
Boom, you
I'm
better play. This has been like a
If
year.
you ever get down with the Division of Ghost Recon, we could roll. But Call of Duty and I like PUBG is great for everyone.
No, because you told
It's
everybody
just-
publicly that you would play these games with me. You totally
I
did.
know, but every time I was on, you were not. Plenty of times. As a matter of fact, if I recall correctly, I sent you a message and got no response.
That's not true,
I think,
you guys.
I think when it comes to playing games with Mel, I think Boomstick has some really big laurels, and he likes to rest on them.
You know what?
You see what I did there? You
Yeah, that's
see what
very
I did?
nice.
He's
I like
just
that.
like, you know what? I don't want to get hit by a vehicle in the face, and I really don't feel like taking any Call of Duty friendly fire. So I'm just gonna pretend like I sent Mel a message, and it never happened. And then we'll call it a day. So Neo Mental says he's resting on something. Yeah.
That's not nice.
That's right. Boom
We're
said he
getting-
would play Destiny 2 with me, and I know that's just not going to happen anymore.
Nobody plays that game anymore, Xbox, except you.
Excuse me. Every time I go to the tower, it is full of people. Okay.
There are people still playing that game.
They
I
do
mean,
That's
really
the
it's,
20
great
people
job.
who still play it.
With the holiday look of it, I love the holiday little theme they got going on there.
The dawning.
Very beautiful. So anyways, guys, we're gonna get sidetracked if we keep going down this road. So now that I don't remember what we were talking about anymore, thank you.
well, we finished up with the article.
We're talking about your driving.
I'm not sure if you want to get into what the MPDs for November. It tells a tale that I'm not happy with. I got to be honest.
Go for it. Tell
Okay,
us about
well,
this tale.
okay, well, now here are the for both. Okay, I'm going to start out with Sony. Okay, their top 10 MPDs for November were Call of Duty at first, Battlefront 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, NBA 2K18, Madden 18, FIFA 18, Need for Speed Payback, Destiny 2, GTA 5, and Wolfenstein 2.
Wow, all multiplats.
Yes. Okay. So here, right. So now here is where it gets really funny. The Xbox top 10 MPDs for November were Call of Duty, Battlefront 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, NBA 2K18, Madden 18, FIFA 18, Need for Speed Payback, and Destiny 2. The only two that changed at the bottom were Forza 7 and Shadow of War. So now this is why this is a telling list of games, is because two things. One, Sony, and this is not all their gamers, because I know plenty of them that are just like us, that have a solid mindset and are just not into this fanboy nonsense. Have been touting this. Well, we've had the best exclusives, the best. We won. We won the console war, and there is not one console exclusive on their top 10 in November. Okay, so you move it over to Xbox, and they of course at least had Forza 7. But now the real issue with this list is, and I think Supersonic will agree, we're fans of exclusives. You know, we want the Halos, we want the Gears, we want the God of Wars, we want the Detroit Become Humans. We want exclusives for our consoles because we own all of them. The question I have for the panel and for, of course, the chat is, this list is saying that we don't want exclusives. Hey, come on. I mean,
your roll, Boom.
I mean, no. I mean, listen,
is a sponsor.
No, I'm just saying that yes, we have a Forza 7 in there, and there really wasn't a lot of exclusives for either side. I get that, but this list is all multi-class.
Horizon Zero Dawn came out last year, in the early part of last year, so that should still be selling. But when it comes to the Xbox side, let's be honest here. Forza 7 was the key exclusive. I was not expecting people to play like Halo Wars 2 and have that game sell like crazy. So when it comes down to it, Forza 7 is in the top 10. Right? Yes. But when it comes to the PlayStation, where's the Horizon Zero Dawn? Where is the Gran Turismo? You know what I'm saying? And all these like little exclusives that people talk about that come, kind of like straight from Japan. Where's Persona in that? If that game is such an awesome game and stuff like that, what happened to Persona? Neo as well.
Yes.
Like, and see, that's the thing when it comes to the PlayStation side of it. It's something that we have seen when we're watching the business trend of thing, because as gaming YouTubers, we watch the gaming side and we watch the business side, and we look for kind of like what goes in circles, you know what I'm saying? And with the PlayStation, it's single player experiences, and when they first come out, they sell. But let's be honest, like a month down the road, and like people have already moved on, and with PlayStation selling so much, there's a lot of casual gamers that have a PS4. So that goes back to the Call of Duties and stuff like that. That's why you're always going to see Call of Duty, GTA, and stuff like that. You're always going to see those in the top of the top 10 list when it comes to PS4, because a lot of the casual gamers, those are the games that they know. Those are the games that they pick up.
It's true. Just say something real quick? I know that, people are constantly, talking about, oh, well, I don't really care about exclusives. Then it turns over, well, we got exclusives. Those are the best. Like, people are always back and forth. This is like a never-ending cycle of shit, to be honest. Like, if they get the exclusives, then they're like, haha, we got the exclusives. And then if they don't, it's like, well, we didn't really care in the first place. That's not what it's about.
Well, exclusives aren't important anyway. Look at sales. Like,
I think exclusives definitely do matter for sure.
You know what? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I don't want to say argument. I had a discussion with someone on Twitter yesterday.
An Italian discussion.
Yes. Well, no, it wasn't actually Italian, because there were no hands gesturing. So here's a question I have for you guys, and I of course want you to be honest. I love beaten, and I'm playing the DLC Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought it was, by all accounts, in my opinion, this is just me, in any other year, it would have won Game of the Year for me personally, because it's an open world action adventure game with RPG. I love those types of games. Okay, so this year was a stacked year for fantastic titles, and it's not my game of the year, but it should be by all rights. Here's my question.
Okay.
I think the last time that we checked, and it might have been somewhere in September or October, they were at 3.8 million copies sold of Horizon Zero Dawn to 70 million PS4s out in the wild across the world, right?
I
So
love how you put that. PS4's in the wild.
yeah, I mean, they're running all over the place. Well, they're
just picture
ponies, so
ponies.
they run. So we want to give them an open space. So we want to give them an open world area so they could just run, graze, and do whatever and do whatever they want, right? So here, the question that I have for the panel and of course the chat is that a win? It's under 4 million copies for 70 million units sold worldwide. Is that a win? Again, they're going to make another one. We know that. But you know how, like I said, I'm only bringing it up because this year, especially with numbers and sales and Sony's the best. And so, yeah, you sold 70 plus million. I got it. But why, with all of the nonsense that goes on with Wii U ON exclusives, especially in the Sony fan base, and you know who I'm talking about, you cry that you want, or you cry that you have all these amazing single player experiences, but the community doesn't support them.
Dude, well, if you look at it on Sony's side of things, it is a success because I've noticed a trend since I started my YouTube channel where there's a lot of Sony extremists out there that'll shout about exclusives, but you can go back into the PS3 era and there were certain Xbox exclusives, like one title that would outsell like 4 or 5, PlayStation exclusive titles put together.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that's correct.
So that is a trend when it comes to the PlayStation side of things. So I guess PlayStation themselves, they look at it as a success because now they have so many consoles out there that they'll sell a couple million of this exclusive or a couple million of that exclusive. And at the end of the day, like I don't know when we're going to get into this about are exclusives important or not, but they are. They give the identity of the console. Now, when for the hardcore gamer out there, PlayStation is known for their single player experiences. So you have the Uncharted, you have the Horizon Zero Dawns. God of War is coming out this year, hopefully. Spider-Man is coming out this year, hopefully. So it's all single player experiences that they really kind of built their backbone on. Where with Xbox, it's about the community, it's about Xbox Live, it's about multiplayer, it's about engagement. And that's where you see kind of like, that's where Halo 5 sold over 5 million in like less than 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And it's based around the multiplayer experience because let's be honest, not a lot of people bought Halo 5 for the story. And that's the difference between the two consoles. And I think PlayStation thinks it's a success as well. But for those people touting numbers out there, if you do the math, the percentage is not that great. So they might want to quiet down and go back and play their Horizon Zero Dawn and go back and play their Persona and stuff like that. And if they haven't bought it, guys, go out and buy it, man, because then you're going to boost those numbers that you talk about so much. Yeah.
That's the only thing I play on PlayStation is just exclusives. Everything else I buy multi-plat is for Xbox One X because they just look better and it runs better. And that's probably what. And the only thing I buy for PlayStation is the VR games.
Yeah,
that's about
it. That's exactly how I run my PlayStation. I buy all their exclusives and proudly enjoy them, especially the VR. But so I buy them.
Matter though.
Yeah, they matter to me.
Definitely matter for sure.
Can I just shout out to Tony Almeida real quick because he said if Sony is about the single player games, why are they not selling? And I'm saying in terms of the personality of the system, the personality of the piece of plastic, it is definitely single player based. Now, when it comes to why are they not selling, like I said, it's a trend with PlayStation all the way back. Even PS3. I think PS2. It was a lot better, but during the PS3 era, there was a huge trend of kind of like touting these exclusives, but not necessarily buying them. and you know, the PS3 era that lasted like what, 8 years?
Yep.
8, 9 years. So for 8 years, that was the trend. And I just think that trend kind of continued into this generation where people are going to talk about the single player experiences. And I love playing Uncharted. Uncharted 4 is a fun game to me. Horizon Zero Dawn is a really cool game. I get immersed in kind of like the look of it. Don't necessarily like a lot of the missions that are involved, but I could get lost in that world. But when it comes down to it, I just think it's a trend that started on the PS3, and I'm not sure if that trend is actually going to change, Tony. So I hope that clears it up, man.
Here's my opinion.
Well,
wait, go ahead,
first. Well, thank you.
Over to you.
Chris Hughes Sr. says in the chat, multi-platform games make more money. Examples, if you buy a DVD, CD, MP3, music downloads, you can play on any device. Exclusives are anti-social, anti-consumers. I mean, in a sense, that makes a lot of sense. They are somewhat antisocial. But I think where that barrier can be taken away would be if Sony would ever allow crossplay. And
see, they do crossplay in VR. They
VR
actually do crossplay in
doesn't
VR.
count. Not everybody VRs, but that's good to know. I not know that actually.
Go ahead.
No, you
They
go
won't
ahead.
crossplay
Your
with
turn.
Xbox when it comes to VR, though. Let's just be real there. Like, I'll call that now. They won't do that.
Well, how are you gonna
Nice.
crossplay with VR on Xbox if we don't have VR on Xbox yet? Come on now.
It is coming on the Xbox One X. This E3, they're going to talk about it. I guarantee it,
They
man.
need
But
to do something.
Sony already said that they have no problem doing crossplay with PC. It's just any other like another system, like Xbox or Nintendo.
Ooh.
I was laughing at
Ooh,
Tony
here's-
in the chat.
here's
He
my
said I use
opinion
my PS4
about-
Pro to keep my food warm while watching movies.
It keeps me warm at night during these winter days. It keeps me warm.
All right, go ahead
There's
with
also-
your point. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's my point. During Black Friday, these sales on these consoles were so cheap. I don't see why everyone didn't just buy both consoles by now.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I think that it opens, being, again, of course, gaming is an expensive hobby, okay? So not everybody is in the position, there are a lot of younger gamers who are in school who could really only afford one system, and that's perfectly understandable. But if possible, and I've always said this, if it's possible financially for you, get everything so you don't have to pick a side. You can play whatever you want, on whatever you want, and you don't have to be in, you don't have to take sides. Like I said, everyone's going to have a favorite console, of course, but would I want to miss out on a Super Mario Odyssey and a Zelda or a God of War and a Days Gone? Of course I wouldn't, because I'm a gamer. We're all gamers at the end of the day.
I think the
And then,
hardest...
then when you have them both, you can see how full of shit the media is.
Well, not,
Yes.
not
Opens
only
your eyes.
that, I think the hardest part of having them both is I barely have enough time to just play on my Xbox right now.
Gang
Okay.
beef.
Yeah,
So it makes
that is
it,
true.
And then when we switch over to the PlayStation, then you get immersed in a game on there, and then you get lost in, and then you gotta switch back over. But I feel like there's not enough time to have them all. And we have an Xbox and a PlayStation. I don't have a Switch anymore. Didn't play it, so we sold it and put the money towards Xbox. Jesus, that's hard
3
to
times.
say. No way. But the reality is it's great to have opinions on all consoles, and that's totally the reason why we got a PlayStation in the first place. As many of you know, I got it just to basically troll, and I enjoy it for certain aspects. Do I love the Xbox much more? Abso-freaking-lutely. I would, if I had to choose one, I would choose the Xbox. But because I don't have to choose, I enjoy them both for different reasons.
Right. And you know what? Big thank you to Bot, who just mentioned. I mean, I bought seriously about 20 PlayStation 4 games on the sale, and the one freaking game that I could not remember was the one you just said.
Oh, you didn't get Gang Beef?
No, I'm gonna buy it as soon as we're off the air.
So much
I'm
fun.
so mad
I
at
don't believe
myself.
you. I don't.
I'm a fraud.
Show
I
me
really
your
am.
$20, man.
I'm a fraud.
You're a pro. You don't even play games, at least not with me. So, it's
Well,
Damn.
This is really a personal attack.
I thought we were friends.
Just do it, Boom. Live stream it for us.
Real
all.
quick,
We wanna
guys,
see.
before we lose CBL again, because he keeps falling in and out of the chat. Yes, Fuzzy, Gang Beast is amazing fun. CBL did put
Looks hilarious.
a topic. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier about the Kinect. CBL, can you talk about that? We're jumping all over the place, but there's so much to talk about, you guys. So can you kind of talk about that a little?
Oh, it's just Polygon. They put up an article basically just saying that Microsoft is like ripping off all their loyal customers by stopping the Kinect adapter and stuff like that. And scalpers are going to be able to just sell off. Yeah, just put it as a high price for people that want it. It's just a big negative article for no reason, because like I doubt many people really care about this adapter, because I doubt many people bought it to begin with. So...
I mean, if
I
you
won't
have
buy
it,
it.
you can use it though. But it's Polygon, so of course they're gonna have a field day trashing Microsoft, you know.
I mean, to be fair, in Microsoft's, again, not becoming the Earth Defense Force for Microsoft, but when the Xbox One S came out, for the first year of that system, all you had to do was call,
True
and
story.
that's how I got mine. I called them up, said, "Here's my serial number. I'd like to still use my Kinect," which I did, and they sent it to me free of charge. So for an entire year, maybe even a little bit more than a year, I'm not sure. It could have been like 16 months. They gave it away for free. Eventually, they were, the Kinect stopped selling. They stopped making it. So this was an expense for them that they needed to, get rid of. I mean, it would be nice in a perfect world to have a company, 3 years after the device is dead, they're giving away free stuff. That would be great. But in a business sense of it, they eventually have to cut ties. Now, it is unfortunate that eBay, these things are going to go up to $100, which is ridiculous. $40, in my opinion, is too much to begin with. But when they go higher than that, forget about it.
Yeah, but if people really
I'm
want
putting
it,
on eBay.
it's going to
Can't
be
wait.
worth it,
Yes, I agree. I
and they'll
agree.
pay-
No, see, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Like, I will call it as I see it, and this is a bad move for Microsoft and for Xbox. They are fueling that price hike by discontinuing it. I know Boom said about the S, when they came out with the S, you can get the adapter then, but there's people who had their original Xbox until the X came out. Xbox, me personally. And they didn't continue that through the launch of the Xbox One X. And I feel that's a disservice to the gamer, to the people who did support the Kinect, which, you could talk to OhSnaps. I do, definitely. I love my Kinect. And my whole thing is I just got your $500 system. I'm not going to pay $40 for an adapter. They should have continued that service through the launch of the X and probably ended it, in 2018.
Yeah, well, I just want to point out real quick, Bot. M. Bean says the only problem is that some people just bought an X and an S, not an X. And the S's are fairly like the newest console aside from the X. That's what everybody's getting for Christmas, right? It's one or the other. So yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's like we got to call it like we see it, and that is a disservice. They are fueling the price hike on Amazon by not manufacturing them anymore. They did a disservice to the gamers who skipped out on the S because they wanted the X. All right, and so to get that adapter for free, OhSnaps knows I had my Xbox One on launch day. I got it with the Kinect. I used and I enjoyed the Kinect all the way throughout. Playing Kinect Sports Rivals, Zoo Tycoon demo with the kids and stuff like that. So there was a lot of things I liked about the Kinect, but I really liked being able to come into the house and just telling my Xbox to turn on, telling it to do different things and stuff like that without a headset or anything like that to put on or whatnot. And I really liked that feature and that function when it came to the Kinect, and now I can't use it anymore. It's not right. It's not right what they're doing.
That's how I felt when they shut down Project Spark. I still have a lot of remorse.
Still on that. Well, real quick, Predator H2O in the chat says they are phasing out Kinect and adapter because they're making an Alexa-type device that's compatible with Xbox India's Cortana. Google is making too much money for Microsoft to not try. Well, that is completely true. Google is making too much money, and Microsoft needs to. I'm not too fond of Cortana, you guys. That's the one thing that scares me.
I hate that hoe.
Absolutely scares me, but they do need something that can integrate with Xbox if we can't use a Kinect. That's the reality.
With Predator, dude, even if they're doing a standalone device like that, what about the people who supported the Kinect? Like, you can't forget about them. What are you going to tell them? Well, if you supported a Kinect, we got a device for you for $120. You can get this Alexa-looking thing. Like, no. Like,
they probably just know people expect it by now at this point.
Well,
Don Matrick did that at the beginning.
Phil Spencer
Don Matrick
says,
did that at the beginning, and it didn't work out. Like, that's not cool. You can't. What, you're going to trade in your Kinect and get what, 2 cents?
Well,
I mean, really.
I see them really cheap for like €10 over here, like the Kinect 2.0 for the Xbox One. Like, they get sold super cheap. Like, no one buys them.
You know,
I still have mine. Like, I like Kinect. I think it should have been received better.
You know,
2 of them.
Shout out to Fastback in the chat who said, you know, Xbox should have offered the deal for the Kinect adapter, you know, that they had with the S, but they are looking at numbers. All right, well, here's the deal, Fastback. Xbox has come out and said that they're not intentionally looking at numbers anymore, and they're trying to reconnect with the gamers and establish their community again. You know,
well,
and
I just want to.
They're doing that. they should focus on the large numbers and the small numbers and support it across the board. Like, it doesn't take a lot of money to manufacture that adapter. Let's be honest. I've seen it. I know what it entails, and there's not a lot of manufacturing dollars that go into making that thing. All right, and we're talking about Microsoft, one of the biggest corporations in the world. They could have definitely ate those costs. Yeah.
Wasn't the Kinect one of the best-selling peripherals? Like
for the 360, for the 360 it was. But here, I just wanna, because this wouldn't be a coffee casuals and consoles if the bot and the boom didn't go at it. You know, friendly, of course. So I just want to. I wish I could rewind time to about maybe 38 minutes ago, give or take, when Bot himself said. His resolution for 2018 was not talk about 2013. So with that said, I'm just saying that if, and this is the big if you wanted, not you per se, the people wanted this adapter that has been made available since August of 2016, and we're now in 2018, you would have gotten one by now. And anyone who received an Xbox One S for Christmas, right, is probably A, never heard of a Kinect, and B, will never use the Kinect, because if they were going to use it, they would have purchased the Xbox One S the day it launched and or still had an OG Xbox One launch system. So the percentage that I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense because you want to be for the people, but the percentage that you're talking about that actually want this thing is so minute. It again, I'm thinking business wise, because you said it. We look at it from the gamer and we look at it from the business to keep in the know. It makes no sense for Microsoft as a corporation to keep putting out these, these adapters, because they were already out on the market for over 2 years.
Well, hold up. All right, so I'm just going to point out the chat real quick, Boom, on that note. Voidmaster 1 says, Kinect for the 360 sold 24 fucking millions.
Yes.
Last updated in February 2013. So then you scroll down a little. Don't move, chat. Spoonman said Kinect sold 47 million in all. So the fact that they absolutely do sell, I mean, granted, you have to take some time to move on with the times, but they sold.
Well, they would keep selling, but they shouldn't have ever forced it to us.
Yeah, I totally agree. It should have been optional, but they sold, and that's the bottom line. So why give us something and take it away? I can totally understand. And it should be an option. It should have never have been forced down our throats. It should have always been an option.
All right, and here's the deal. When it comes to what Boom was saying, right? Of course, yeah, it's been on the market for 2 years. They had it free for like maybe a little over a year, but we didn't necessarily know what the Xbox One X had in store in terms of its ports and stuff like that until it was unveiled, you know, at E3. And then at that point in time, like, I still feel like when they released new hardware, a new console, they should have had the same program when it came to the Kinect to go with the X as well. And I don't think there's a lot of saying any different. And like I know you're talking about business wise, it didn't really make sense, but you got to remember, like, Microsoft and Xbox themselves don't even show like their sales numbers or anything like that anymore when it comes to their consoles and stuff, because they said it's about like active users on Xbox Live, and they're about, you know, reconnecting with the gamer and stuff like that. So when it comes to that, it doesn't matter if it's a small percentage, a large percentage, a medium percentage, or whatever. It's still a percentage, and it's a percentage that, you know, we talk about gaming media, right? And how they look for anything to go negatively on Xbox for. Why would Xbox give them the fuel to say more bad shit about them anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Can I chime in for a second? This podcast has turned into Coffee Casuals and Kinect.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I thought that was
I don't know, but if you know, if the adapter means something to you, then the best thing I could say is try and get ahead of this and get out and, you know, try and.
I need Xbox to send me one, like the program with the S. All right, it's just so weird to me that I understand the S came out and it was kind of like the reinvention of the Xbox One and stuff like that. So they had that program to kickstart it. But I went and invested in the more powerful system that was more money, but you're taking away that program from me.
No, see, I have to agree. And L Boogie said in the chat, you should have seen this coming when they announced webcams. If you can use your webcam as opposed to this bulky little Kinect, I mean, granted, some people, they want that. To me, that's too bulky. I have this nice thin webcam. I would prefer to just plug it in and make my life that much simpler. The area that I'm working in that much cleaner, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that, like I said, anytime something is taken away, it is definitely looked as a negative. And I agree. I think that if you're a person that actually still uses your Kinect, and there are a lot of people that do, and you had to either purchase this or you don't have one, and now you're afraid that you're gonna have to pay $100, that sucks. And you know what? I agree with you, Microsoft. You know what? Maybe if the community tweeted at, you know, at Phil, you know, at Aaron, at Mike Ybarra, you know what I'm saying, Major Nelson, let these, you know, these are the executives that talk to the community. They're very open about that. You know, tweet at them and say, hey, listen, I didn't get my, you know, my free adapter and I still use my Kinect and I'm very disappointed. Maybe they'll, you know, listen, we all know that Microsoft has walked back decisions based on a community outcry. So if it is really that big of a deal to you, and there's nothing wrong if it is, because I loved my Kinect. My nephew loved the Kinect. We had a blast with it. Then let them know that this is not right. You know, say we want you guys to still make these, or you know, or make them. You know, maybe not shut it down 100%. Maybe only put out, you know, 20% of the output that they were putting out yearly for these things. It would still cut costs and at the same time still satisfy the people who wanted one.
Yo, shout out to Tony for that comment. I'm not even going to say that, but that's hilarious. But yo, anybody in the chat that is talking about business decisions, here's the deal. This is something that I have touted from my YouTube channel from the beginning. Number one, I am a gamer. I do not hold shares with Microsoft. When Xbox succeeds, I do not get richer. All right.
I actually have shares in Microsoft, but that's.
I want to see Xbox succeed for what they have been doing since, you know, for the gamer within recent history. Now, this is one bad thing, in my opinion, that they are doing when it comes to Kinect that I feel they should not do right now. All right. Now, I feel like they should have had that free adapter program when the X came out for people who skipped out on the S because they were going with the more powerful system that cost more money. So, I mean, initially it could put more money in the pockets of the Xbox division and Microsoft. So they should have had that program going. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be like, well, this is going to make complete business sense. If it goes against the gamer, it goes against the gamer. And I think in this situation, it goes against a certain group of gamers, and I do not like it. And so I'm gonna voice my opinion on that, and I'm not going to be business bot. I am going to be Xbot.
I kind of like it. I like it when Xbox is losing because they keep giving us free shit all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
I know what they're doing though.
Speaking of free stuff, if you want to segue right into the game gold.
guys, I've been waiting to talk about games with gold. Not because of the games. It's just I wanted to. I don't know why. It's just been irking me. I think.
Well, I also did my research and I got all of Sony's stuff as well.
And I have them too, so that's perfect in case my list is wrong. You never know. I think the one real games with gold game this month that was really exciting to me was Zombie.
Yes, it's hard but good game.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason why I was so excited. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about the incredible adventures of Van Helsing 3. I don't care about Tomb Raider Underworld. Oh, I lied though. Army of Two is kind of awesome.
Yeah, that was a dope game back in the 360 days. That was really good.
So
I'm usually happy when I don't have any of the games. Usually I already have them all. So
The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 3, that's available January 1st to 31st. Zombie is available January 16th to February 15th on Xbox One. Tomb Raider Underworld available January 1st to 15th on 360 and Xbox One. Army of Two, January 16th to 31st. I will totally play that, you guys. So
she says that. She says that now, guys.
I know, and then PUBG happens, and forget about it.
And then nothing gets played.
No, exactly, except for PUBG. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think about these? I kind of want to hear from CBL. He's been super quiet. He keeps leaving and coming back. He's getting booted.
Has that still happened? Because it hasn't happened for me in ages.
Okay, well, it kept popping up that you were back, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting played.
Fast back with the super chat. Yo, thank you, brother man.
What? Guys, see, I didn't get to see that. Where is it? Thank you, Fastback. You're awesome. Sorry for being loud and yelling. I get so excited. Today's like, I'm going to cry soon. Yeah, CBL, what do you think about these games with gold?
I think they're all right, I guess. Yeah, I actually bought Zombie twice. I have it on the Wii U and on the Xbox One.
I had it on Wii U. It was really.
I played it.
There's a zombie walking across the screen. Sorry, go ahead.
I played it on both of them for like roughly around the same amount of time, like 2 hours, and I turned it off because I got bored. I thought the Xbox One version was going to be different for some reason. I don't know. I was like, oh, you can stream on the Xbox. I'm going to stream this game. I got it, and then played it for 2 hours and never went back.
Oh, man, that really sucks because I was totally thinking...
There's nothing wrong with it. I guess I didn't give it a fair chance. Like the game's solid. Like, it's just... I have to give it another chance, really.
Yeah. Well, now that it's free and you already bought it, you might as well. Because other people are going to be
I feel ripped off. Should have waited.
You should have. You should have totally waited.
For that title, you definitely should have waited.
Wow.
All these games suck. I don't like any of them.
Army of Two is amazing, though. Like the first one. Yeah, that's so good. It's really fun to play co-op.
It was amazing in like 2010, right?
But
it's still not many games are co-op these days.
Nonetheless, so... All right.
I like the fact. I know it's not Xbox, but I like the fact that Sony's starting to give away free VR games.
Yes. Yep. Me too.
Awesome. We got Rush of Blood. That's like one of my favorite games this year.
Don't stop talking about VR, man. What do you think about the games with the gold Supersonic Station? Do you really mean that they suck?
I don't care. I'll probably never play any of them. I'll probably download them, but never play any of them.
Well, then don't even bother. You suck too.
Just put them in a download queue so they don't take up space.
Boomstick, what are your thoughts about these games? Have you played any of them? Do you already own them all?
The only one that I own is Zombie. The other three I don't, which is great. And the Van Helsing one I'm actually excited about because my wife and I are big Diablo fans, and that is a co-op multiplayer Diablo type game. So we'll definitely get into that for sure.
Awesome. I'm definitely gonna play at least 2 of those games. Xbot.
Yes.
What do you think about the games with gold?
Personally, like I know I've been the person on the panel who talk about, like, you know, when it comes to games with gold, they got to cater to a wide range. So there's going to be months where you don't like it and stuff like that. But I do have to say, with this being January, this is trash, guys. Absolute trash. No, the
Holy
thing is,
crap! Look at Tony in the chat. $10.
yeah, Tony.
Xbox
this
is
is
on
fire. What about Mel?
The reason why
Mel's hair
this is
fire.
trash because something called December 25th just came around, and there's a bunch of new people with Xbox Ones, and you know, they have their trials of gold, or they invested in gold and stuff like that. So you would think that the Xbox division would go around and really kind of drop the hammer on games with gold and give people some fire titles. You know what I'm saying? And what do? They end up giving Zombie and Army of Two.
And you're right. It would have been
Army of Two.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice though if they dropped in. And he's right. Because you're getting new players. You want to kind of like, hey, welcome in. You know, these are the great games. They could have put in Horizon 2. You know, Motorsport 2. I mean it wouldn't really cost them anything. They could have put in.
Fable Anniversary for the 360. That'd be a good one.
They shit the bed on this one, guys. They really did. Yo.
That's gross. First of all, I hate that term.
They shit the
bed.
bed.
The bed.
I mean, I put it to this way: the last 6 months for games of gold have been really bad. I honestly don't think that this is a terrible list. I actually, you know, I'm actually happy that I don't own.
Boom, it's bad. Just say it. It's
not the what you. I mean, there's levels, and obviously this is certainly not the worst.
God damn it! How many times do I have to say you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, you guys? They're free games. You either like them or you don't. I'm not asking you what you think about
look in the other
anymore.
end though?
Well, here I have the list in front of me, so I'm gonna just read that real quick. And the first one, many people, I played this game, I really enjoyed it. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is for the PlayStation.
That was a good game.
Well, that was a good game, and their second game is pretty good too. Batman: A Telltale series, the first one, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed that Batman Telltale. So those are those.
That's quality, man.
That's quality. Now, then that's when the list falls off the dock. Here we go. Sacred 3, which is kind of like a top-down RPG-ish.
Is that PS3 game or PS4?
PS3. Yeah, PS3. Oh. So you got PS3, you got Sacred 3, and then you have the Book of the Unwritten Tales. I don't even know what that is. And then for the Vita, you have Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness. Good luck with that. And Uncanny Valley. And then, of course, for PlayStation VR, Star Blood Arena, which is I don't know what it is, but I'm going to download it because I have PlayStation VR and it's free.
It has multiplayer too, I think.
Yes, it does.
They have a good list. Uncanny Valley and Batman, Mankind Divided with Deus Ex. They're a good game.
The only issue, the only issue is that if you're a PlayStation 4 owner only, you're only getting 2 games.
No, that's not true.
No, you get the Vita games as well.
Yeah, well, yes, they are cross-play. That is correct. But like the VR stuff, not everyone has a VR, and I'm glad they keep giving away the free VR games because he's right. Rush of Blood for free, fantastic. Even if you bought the game, it was great. But the PS3 games, you know, at this point, I have to be completely honest with you. I think they should simply just phase that out because, I mean, I understand there are people who still have PS3, but, I mean, come on. At least with the Xbox, whether they're shit games or not, you can play them on the Xbox One.
Hey, I'm playing a PS3 game right now. I'm playing Final Fantasy X. the remaster of the remaster version.
What?
They've only remade the game 5 times, but I mean only 5 times. It's
Well,
not
guys,
a lot.
on the bright side,
Capcom's like, hold my beer. We remaster everything like 20 times.
Definitive edition.
Super, ultra, mega, omega, super.
All right, guys, real quick. On the bright side, there are people who absolutely love some of these games that we may not be so excited about, so that's a plus right there.
Yeah.
And there's also people that are new and trying out different games. New gamers, young kids just getting their first Xbox One S, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, things like that. So this is a new experience for them.
That don't even want to try those games.
No, that's not necessarily true.
No one's
Bob.
excited
Stop
for. As
being a
any
douche.
in the chat, tell us if you're excited for any of these 4 games.
Did anyone say Tomb Raider Underworld was games with gold?
Yes. But everybody disregarded that and doesn't care, obviously. So
I like Tomb Raider Underworld. That's a great game.
See, hey, you know what, CBL, you're the MVP of the show. Done.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider Underworld is the reason why they rebooted Tomb Raider.
No, you have lovely hair today.
Thank you.
Can I be
You're not the
MVP?
MVP. You said they suck. But no, the reality of it is there's new gamers coming on board every day, guys. So they get to try out different games, kind of find what they like and what they don't like. Mr. Glass said Halo sucks.
What?
Shots fired.
I didn't play Tomb Raider Underworld, so I mean, if I can ever drag myself off of PUBG and not go play Call of Duty and drag myself off of that, I can try all these games out. I definitely want to play Army of Two though, because I like that game. It was very tactical and it was different, and I don't remember.
It was a great buddy co-op shooter game. You could play. Was it split screen? I don't remember.
I believe it's the same screen, but I don't remember either.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it's split screen and online co-op, I think.
Yeah. So I mean that's a good again, back in the days that was actually one of the real solid Xbox 360 titles.
Guys, they could give that game free anytime though. It doesn't change,
this is the time.
It doesn't change the fact that you just got a huge amount of new gamers here. You really want to welcome them to Xbox Live. You really want to have them say, well, damn, this is what I've been missing. When it comes to games with gold and all that good stuff, and this is the offering, is like.
Now here's a running story that we don't really talk about usually, but I want to bring it up because it does. I think it has some legs. And bless you, and some people have actually said this, publicly and privately, on the chat, because the Game Pass launched in 2017 for $10 a month, which is fantastic for the amount of games that you get. Is it the reason why the games with gold have really taken a dive in regards to the quality? I think it's a fair question.
Dude, people warned the gaming community about this when they announced Game Pass, and I gotta say, to the people that kind of was out there kind of chicken littling the situation, they might be right. I mean, ever since Game Pass came out, there really hasn't been those gems, those games that people are like.
First of all,
what?
I just paid for Game Pass. Why? Because I liked what they had to offer. Maybe there's not a lot of gems. All right, but when you have DMC, the definitive edition, I've never played that. To me, I
still love that she loves DMC. By the way, this is amazing.
Amazing game, you guys.
It's a great game.
That game right there alone made me completely not regret my purchase of the Game Pass.
Did you spend $1 for the Game Pass?
Well, we had it before that, but yeah, I just re-signed up for $1. But we were paying for it prior to.
Yeah, it keeps let's be honest, it keeps re-upping. We keep forgetting about it. And it's like, oh, okay, we still got them. All right, cool.
So I just did the $1 one, but we were paying for it before. And I didn't know we were paying for it until I had to yell at Bot about it. But anyways, that's not my point right now. The point is you get rewarded for playing the games. They give you Xbox gift cards back, things like that. It's so worth it. Like, if you play the games, you can make your money back. All right?
So they put all these extra incentives on Game Pass, and then when it comes to games with gold, they're like,
and maybe that's why, though. For $10, you can get better games, much more games, 100 games, and you also have the option of the free games. And which would you go for? Would you spend that $10 to get the 100 games? Absolutely.
I mean, think about this. Even if you went to a Red Box and you rented a game for 2 nights, you know, it would just cost you just under $10, right? So
$6 and change with tax, plus, because they're $3 each here at least. And then when you forget to bring it back on the 3rd day, then you got another $3, and then it snows out, and you're still not bringing it back on the 4th day. You might as well just keep the game at that point. Just saying.
But again, it just makes again. We said this. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If Microsoft immediately stopped games with gold because they got Game Pass, of course there would be a tremendous amount of outrage and outcry from the community. But they didn't do that. You're still getting the games, and okay, maybe all the games aren't for you, but you're still getting games.
Game Pass should be included with gold. I think it's stupid that we have to pay for multiplayer.
I disagree with you. I totally agreed, and I was mad about it at first, guys. But it's definitely worth it when you can.
Well, I mean, what stops them? What stops them with one of the games that they were touting for Christmas with the Xbox One X was Shadow of War. So what stops them? I mean, I see the game a lot cheaper on the digital store. There, you know, whenever there's sales, Shadow of Mordor,
right?
Throw that in there. Give people something that they can really kind of like sink their teeth into. Besides having to tout a game that came out in 2010 with Army of Two, you see what I'm saying? Because you just got a huge increase in people using Xbox because of Christmas. You would you would have them kind of get hooked with that, but when it comes to Game Pass, like I said before, people warned that this might happen, and I think it is happening. And you know, I'm all for free games, but like I want at least one of those free games I'm gonna play. I might go in and play Tomb Raider Underworld. I didn't play that. But I'm a little kind of iffy about that because, like I said, that was one of the titles like that really got them to decide, well, maybe we should reboot the franchise now. So I'm a little iffy about that. But at the end of the day, when you have new consumers, you know, kind of buying into your services, you want to make sure your services are shiny. You know, there's something attractive there, and I just don't see that with games with gold.
Well, you know what? Again, not to defend Microsoft, do we know for sure that they're the ones making this decision? Because you got to remember, they need to make a deal with the publisher, which to say that okay, this game is going to be free. So that means that, like for instance, if Shadow of Mordor, and it is old, and I don't know, you know, you could probably pick it up for $10 new on Amazon, but by this going free to 40+ million consoles, or you know, give or take, that actually have gold, that game is now not going to sell. Now, I'm not saying it was going to sell like hotcakes, but they have to make the deals with these, you know, the publishers.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I know this, man. I'm not a rookie. I've been through this whole thing before. I know like they have to sign deals and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, remember, Xbox is trying to show that they're for the gamers. They're reestablishing themselves with it, you know, trying to get that bigger gaming community out there. I mean, they're praising other platforms and other titles and stuff like that to show that they go beyond all this, right? Mm-hmm. So with them trying to cement that whole thing, like, you know, shell out a little extra dough when it comes to the January games with gold, man. Give something more, you know, back to the community that just got involved in your kind of like ecosystem and stuff like that. It makes absolute sense to me, man. I'm about common sense. That makes sense to me, man.
T Reaper in the chat says, you guys know you're not paying for multiplayer gold games pass features. You're paying for security. You're paying not to be hacked.
Yes, and he's right. Yeah, he's 100% right. I mean, you get all these extra stuff, and technically, yes, you are paying for Game Pass, but the amount of games you're getting as opposed to the $10 you're paying is just it's a steal. And again, if you want to compare apples to oranges, you look at the PlayStation side of things, and they're still selling games. Or if you want to rent a game for 30 days, it's $15 for a game that's 3 years old. Yeah, their service is terrible. Plus, it's streaming, whereas you're downloading these games directly into your hard drive. But I mean, listen, that's here nor there. If you don't like the games, heck, don't download them. But it's still free, and I think it's
and
not.
PlayStation killed it with their games. Just having Deus Ex there. Let's be honest, they killed it.
They win. Okay.
I bet Xbox puts their Game Pass on PC sometime soon.
What?
Wow.
I said I bet Xbox puts their Game Pass on PC.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. That would be a smart move for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be smart. But let's move on, guys, because we're limited in time. That was a really good conversation. It totally has me like lost. Gaming addictions, though. Speaking of all these games and talking about games,
I'm an addict.
Ridiculous.
Loot boxes. Give me loot boxes.
more
Xbox
games.
huddled in the corner, hoping for some silver for his destiny.
I need silver. No, I'm just playing. I'm actually gonna take that $20 and go to the vape shop as soon as we're done.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I totally gave him $20 to spend on his Destiny game. Left that in the PayPal for him, and I guess he doesn't.
You know, when it comes to Destiny 2, like I have like a bunch of dawning stuff already.
All right, time out real quick. Time out. David Burgos in the chat says Game Pass already works on the Windows 10 store on PC. Interesting.
There you go. There you go.
That's cool.
And the answer has been revealed. Thank you, David. That's really helpful because I had no idea. Okay. Sorry, Xbox. Go ahead and talk about what you're talking about.
When it came to silver, I thought about it real quick, and I will let you know, like these fruity flavors on this vape, they've been kind of hitting my throat a little hard, and I have to go. I ran out of my kind of cookie one, so
okay,
I'm thinking about going.
We're talking about gaming addictions.
Okay. I'm addicted to what?
I'm sure many of you guys have seen the video I posted on my channel. If you didn't, well, I'm sorry to hear that. It was about gaming and excessive gaming. I know quite a few people did videos about this, so you guys must have heard about it. Excessive gaming being listed by the World Health Organization as a disability.
It's ridiculous.
As a disease, guys.
Where's my check?
We're all going on disability.
It's funny because that's actually the first thing, because my wife and I were listening to the news this morning, and she said, "Oh yeah, did you hear gaming addiction is a thing?" That's the first thing that came on. Is people are going to be looking for a check. It's It's gross. I'm sorry,
But there is actually an issue. I know that a lot of people are going to totally abuse this. Yes, and it's a shame, right? But you do have an actual, and we can attest this because we see one of the twins he's got ADHD, guys. Okay, it makes it really hard for him to think about anything other than games. Like you can ask this kid about the sun, and he will say something about the sun.
He'll bring it
bright,
to Zelda,
and yeah, like anything gaming, Five Nights at Freddy's. It doesn't matter what it is. He'll be staring off into space, and then he'll just start talking about a game. So it's bad. It's really bad. And I'm sure he's not the only child who has this problem. And I'm sure he's not, the only one in the world. I'm sure there's plenty of adults and people out there who do have this. But I feel like making it listed on a disease where people can get something out of it beneficially, monetarily speaking, is a little
I'm going to my
crazy.
doctor after this podcast and tell him I'm addicted to PUBG and I need some medical marijuana stat.
Okay. But I have to say, because it's going to be abused, is Mr. Boomstick is absolutely right. I can't disagree. It's kind of disgusting.
Well, Neo Mental in the chat, he was like, they really didn't explain it right. It's on the extreme spectrum. And that's something I have to say, because they said can't control when or how to play your game and stuff like that. So it's going to be on the extreme spectrum.
Okay, but where is that extreme spectrum? How are they going to prove this? You know what I'm saying? Like, people could just say it and they can act a certain type of way.
In the waiting room to sign up for disability, they're going to put video game systems and they're going to see how many people.
And everyone's going to be on their phones playing Candy Crush in the waiting room.
They're going to start a battle royale.
Oh my gosh.
PUBG on phones, look out.
Nice.
It's absolutely crazy. But Boom, did you want to explain that a little more? Because I know I cut you off.
No. I mean, I just feel that, yes, I understand it is an issue for some kids, but I just, like many things in this world, the minute something is categorized with, being a disorder or a disability of sorts, all you start seeing over people's heads, and I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying a good portion of people start to look at it as a dollar sign. And of course, it is going to be an abused, disability. I can just see it, how it's going to just spiral out of control.
Tony, you have no idea, by the way. You have no idea. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not even going to say anything else. Yeah.
Oh, my.
We got to say huge shout out to the chat. You guys are on fire today, by the way. It is a blast seeing what you guys think about like the topics and everything like that. It's one of my favorite things about being on live shows is seeing what the chat is talking about. And you guys are number one today.
Do you hear
OhSnap?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Okay.
I've been watching like intervention and stuff, and these people on heroin and meth and stuff, and then I see video game addiction. I'm like, I'd rather be a video addict than Jesus, Mel.
She got all right. It's contagious. It's contagious. Yeah.
Don't get me start laughing, please.
You got me crying over here. Okay, MNC Mornings, you are not helping.
Oh my god. We're getting trolled.
I'm fucking crying, guys. I'll be right back.
And she left. Yeah. So anyway, guys.
She's going through withdrawals because she's addicted to video games. Just give her a few minutes.
Yeah, she got to compose herself.
She got to go see the PUBG kind of like starter screen real quick to kind of feel a little more at ease. Yeah.
Well, all of us have this gaming addiction, we all bring our DSs or our Switches with us and we game 24/7.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine after an intimate moment, like your significant other looks at you?
It's jarring.
Like, I'm thinking about PUBG right now.
You know what? All I can see is that gif of the guy walking with his girl, turning his head, looking at someone wearing a PUBG mask.
The PUBG guy with the helmet.
Yeah, I can just see it now.
They better hope the game doesn't crash. Needs to go the opposite way.
Oh God! The innuendos that are going to be flying in the chat are unbelievable.
If she keeps laughing, we're going to change topic to your top Destiny 2 moment of all time.
Oh my God! MNC Mornings and hot gravy everywhere.
It's not gravy.
You guys, I'm not looking at the chat anymore.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Got $100.
Crying over here. You guys are killing me.
Like I said, it just wouldn't be a show if it didn't go off the rails for a few minutes, right?
Oh
Her
my
laugh's
God.
making me laugh, and it's making me choke. I have to keep muting.
I'm trying my best not to laugh because I'll end up coughing and I don't want to. No.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I need more coffee. Mine's done.
Real quick, I know that we're running short on time, but did anyone go crazy with this the sales?
Sale, I totally wanted to.
I got a list, pal.
I totally want to talk about that
actually
after
came
the
prepared.
Games with Golden. Totally forgot.
Who wants
But
to
yeah,
go first?
Would you guys pick up?
Well, you go ahead, Supersonic. Go first, brother.
Okay, I got Star Trek VR, and I played with Mooch Stinking Corpse Jago. That game's hilarious. I love that. I don't mean to keep talking about VR, but it just happens. I got Kingdom Hearts, whatever that is, Final Fantasy 10 and then 12 or whatever that is. PUBG, I won that on podcast. I don't remember which one it was. Batman, the Arkham Collection, that was like $10. I bought Star Wars Battlefront. Don't hate me for that.
Wait, the second one?
No,
Yeah.
the first one. Oh, you did buy the second
It was
one.
like so cheap. It was like
No,
$30.
you had to boycott it.
Oh man,
But
you get
I
yelled at by
actually-
CBL. You know you fucked up.
I actually like
That was fucked up.
I thought, well, everyone like hated this story, but I thought it was better. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I got Call of Duty, the other corporate game, and Dark Souls 2. And
Oh, that's a
Marvel.
great one.
I've never played Dark Souls. Or no, I got Dark Souls 3. I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
Part
you're
3.
fucked.
Marvel Superhero Legos. I love that game. I got and Fall of Cybertron for $10. Probably some more. I just can't think of them all. But so,
If you're ever looking to do co-op on Dark Souls, I'll help you through it.
it's like they have Dark Souls have multiplayer.
Yeah, it's co-op. It's how I get through it. I can't do a solo.
Nice, cool. And I bought a bunch of VR games and Steam games too. There's sales everywhere. It was crazy.
Yeah, it just
Xbox
if you had a couple extra bucks, it was a good time to go crazy.
Guys,
Yeah,
the
I
only
feel
thing
like-
I'm saving my money for right now, and I know this is gonna sound really sad, for The Sims 4. That's it.
That's
Saving
okay.
it.
That's what.
That sucks on consoles. Oh wait,
Get
I
on
got
PC.
guess what? I got Sony dildo sticks too. Okay,
Oh,
that's
that's right.
already-
You got the dill sticks. Nice.
they suck. I hate those things.
Well, my list is a little long, so bear with me. But for the PlayStation 4, I got Star Trek VR, Horizon Zero Dawn, the DLC for that, Alien Nation, Next Machina, Valkyrie Warzone VR, Bubsy, Raiden 5 Director's Cut, Voltron VR, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, End Space VR, Dying Reborn VR, Soul Dimension VR, Roller Coaster Legends VR, Riggs VR, Doom VR.
You got
And-
rigs.
Yes.
This was just free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got it so cheap it might have been free. And Knack 2 and Wipeout Omega Trilogy. That was for the PS4. For the Xbox One, I picked up the Fall of Cybertron for $10. That was a good deal. Okami HD, Red Out, The Mummy Demastered, which is I highly recommend that game if you like Metroidvanias. Everspace, which is amazing. Black the Fall, Black and White Bushido. The Witcher 3 Game of the
Black
Year
and White
edition with
Bushido
20
is fun. I'm sorry for cutting
Yes.
you off. That's a good
know that.
game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Subterranean and What Remains of Edith Finch, which I haven't started yet. And the only thing I bought for the Nintendo Switch was the Arcade Archives versus Super Mario Brothers. It's kind of like a redo of Super Mario Brothers 1, which is pretty dope. But yeah, I kind of went a little crazy.
How
Jesus,
much did you
Bill.
spend in all, if you don't mind me asking?
Honestly, I think I want to say that on everything, and I'm talking from asshole to elbow, probably around $250, give or take, just a little under $250.
Guys, Boomstick is rich.
No,
Well,
not,
boom.
not even remotely. But I always ask people for gift cards. So
That's
this
awesome.
Christmas, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm very hard to shop for. My wife says because I have everything. So I'm like, just get me gift cards and I'll work it out. And I said, a lot of these games I wanted, but I didn't. Like, for instance, like Knack 2. Okay, it's not a game of the year by any stretch of the truth, and I didn't want to spend $40, but I'll spend $20 on that new. And the same thing for Crash Bandicoot. Like, I enjoyed those games, but I wasn't going to spend $40+ on it when it came out. So you got it for under 20, and like Alienation. That is if you like twin stick shooters, that and Next Machina, fantastic.
Well, I think you did really well, and I think you have enough games to last you until the next big title comes out.
Yes.
Last year till the summer sale. That's what I do. Buy everything summer sale, then the winter sale.
Nothing wrong with that. Save a buck or two.
I think the only thing we bought recently was Gang Beasts, and
Which I have to buy right after we're off the air because that looks hilarious.
it's so much fun.
Well, I will play against you, man.
Well, you're probably going to kill me because you guys have lots of hours involved, but I watched many videos of it. It just looks like just so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's insane, dude.
It's online
Absolutely
too.
insane.
The online is a little bit iffy, but we want to try doing a private game and getting a bunch of friends in there. And Xbox has 1 million people requesting them on PlayStation, so we might have a nice group. And it'll be a lot of fun. We'll throw people off buildings. You can't complain.
That game is trippy in VR.
I threw 2 babies off a building. I'm very proud of that.
You guys got to send me your PSN names. I don't have them.
I'll let you take a guess at what my name is on PSN.
Let me see. Could it be PlayStation Boy?
It's actually TonyBot.
Guess what mine is, Boom?
Yes, yours is the best one of the bunch. Yoshida Balls.
Yoshida Balls.
I could never change my gamer name.
When I first saw it, I thought someone was trolling me. I'm going to be honest. Someone's just trolling me.
Real quick, if you go down to the description, my PSN is there, my Xbox is there, Instagram, Twitter. Nice. It's all there. You guys could find me.
Is my Yoshida Balls down there?
No, it's not. I just don't. I put your Twitter. How about that?
I guys, your Twitter.
You guys want me to write a
go to his Twitter? I'm sure he'll have it on there.
I put it in the chat. It'll scroll across the screen. That's my PSN name, Yoshida Balls. Add me.
All right, guys, but we don't have a ton of time left. So do you guys want to talk about your top 5 favorite games of 2017? This was kind of planned for last week's show, and we didn't get to it. Or you can skip to a random topic of your choice.
I'll say mine real quick and get mine over with. My favorite game was Resident Evil 7. Second place, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Third place, Cuphead. Fourth place, Destiny 2, just the campaign. Nothing after that. And fourth is Planet Coaster.
Hold on. Destiny 2, just the campaign. So no strikes. The raid, you didn't like the raid? Like none of that.
I'd say maybe like 10 hours after the campaign. But I really loved the campaign. The campaign was good, but I still have faith. I still have a little bit of faith and hoping Bungie will change everything and make it Destiny 2 good. Let's make it great again.
Oh, boy.
Oh goodness.
It never really was, but
all right.
I'm boycotting Destiny.
Oh shit. Hold up, you guys. I don't know what happened. Are you guys there? Hold up. Hold on, guys. Why does this happen to me every week after the show? Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. This is not funny. I'm gonna cry. I don't know if they know that nobody can hear them, so like this always happens around the same time. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. No one can hear you guys. Let me try going back into the Hangout. I think it's my disconnection. Alright, hold up. Please hold. Okay, got it. And join call. And let me know if that's working, you guys. We had a little bit of an outage.
Oh, no.
Funny things were happening. This happened last week, but we got it fixed this week.
Were we just talking and nobody was hearing us?
Toots. I got
it. It's because Bungie was attacking us.
Guys, you missed some of the best content today just now. I just want to let you know that.
My bad. Okay.
We do this over. Where'd we leave off at?
Perfection.
How long ago did that happen?
I don't know. It was like 3 whole minutes, guys. I don't know what it is that I did. But we missed all the Destiny stuff. Good, great. Yeah, Fastback. I was totally shutting them up. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing them talk today. I just want it to be all me. So yeah, apparently I cannot click back on my browser, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Oh my God!
A delicious cup.
Mother flip flop.
That's amazing.
Look at what I'm doing. I'm screwing everything up. Oh, well.
Looks delicious.
There we go. How's that? No? God damn it. Motherfuck. Sorry.
Well, for people who listen on
Demonetized.
iTunes and stuff like that, you will not even know what's going on right now, but it's amazing.
Yeah, right.
We were talking top 5 for 2000.
Okay, I'll do my top 5 real quick again. Resident Evil 7, #1. Until
We
Dawn,
heard
Rush
that
of Blood,
part.
number
We
2.
heard you.
Cuphead,
Don't worry.
number 3. Okay. Did you miss the Destiny
Next.
part, though? Next.
All right, I'll go. Mine was my first top game was Resident 7, followed by Assassin's Creed Origins, which was fantastic, followed by Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Horizon Zero Dawn, and Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Awesome.
My top 5.
Good choices.
Nice.
Xbox.
Now, when we're talking about top 5, is it like what we've played and enjoyed the most throughout the year?
Yeah, what's your favorite games, you know, that
I put the most time into those games. I probably put about 500 hours in between all 5 of those games.
I'm booting
Alright,
up
well-
Assassin's Creed for the first time right now. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. I got my top 3, but I don't want to do #1 first. That you're supposed to leave that for the cliffhanger for at the end. But I screwed that all up, so I'll just go. #1 is, of course, Destiny 2 is probably the game I have played the absolute most this year. I'm loving the content, and yes, it is not perfect, guys. I recently watched a video by another YouTuber, Red Cactus here.
Oh my god, I hate that guy when he says that.
He broke down what the strikes were in Destiny 1 and all like the different gear and stuff that you would get, and how like in the heroic strikes there were different different factors going into each strike, causing you to kind of like change your gear up to go with what is going on with the heroic strike and stuff like that. And that sounded really cool. So yeah, I hope they kind of implement that in the future for Destiny 2. But at the end of the day, the raid is absolutely amazing. I've never played something where you had to be such a team player and work with like 5 other people the way you have to do in the raid in Destiny 2. The new layer is insane. Getting shot out of a huge gun into the middle of the Leviathan and seeing a world getting taken apart by that ship is a once in a lifetime experience for me. Like it's absolutely amazing. I have to go with Forza 7. I think, me personally, and I was going to come out with a video on this, but I'll say it here as well. Forza 7 to me is my game of the year. Absolute game of the year. When it comes to content, the career is huge. And just when you think you're done with the career, they go back and they remix everything on you for even bigger rewards and stuff like that. And it makes you want to play the career. I know what my boy K Mega, he's almost done with absolutely every race in the career in Forza Motorsport 7. And I don't know how many people out there can say that unless they're diehard Forza fans. And I don't think Mega is like diehard into racing sims. So to hear him say that, man, it's amazing. And then you have the leagues and the online and stuff like that. Next would be, I have to go Gang Beasts because it came out last year.
Technically, yeah.
It's one of my most anticipated, PlayStation games. It was the reason why we got PS4s in the house, basically.
Oh yeah.
And except for the online, which is really glitchy right now, it does not disappoint. It's as fun as when we played it at PAX East, and I look forward to playing that more. Cuphead, of course, that was a surprise to me. I feel like the gameplay, the actual structure of the game is really solid. Like the way your characters move and stuff like that is spot on, and it's hard, and it's something that you don't see too much with the 1930s style. I mean, you don't really see it at all. So I gotta put that up there. I was really surprised with the actual gameplay and how sound the mechanics are in that game. So that's what I like about Cuphead. And if there's one more, man, I don't even know one more. I'll go Horizon Zero Dawn, because when we put that into the PS4, turned it on, man, that world is immersive. Like I said, the missions are a little yeah, but the world itself and like wandering into a herd of robots and trying to like get your way out and stuff like that. There are aspects to that game that is really fun. So that'll be my number 5 right there.
Dinobots.
Yep.
Dinobots.
You know, you gotta go into the woods and kill a microwave with an arrow. That's what you gotta do.
There's nothing abnormal about that.
That's how we got ours.
CBL, did you get to
No, not yet. It's just like looking at my list. I'm just like trying to pick one, throw one out, and put something else in.
Are you trying to throw out Fortnite, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally. That's a shit game.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
The worst free game of all time.
Well, it's pretty good for a free
Except
game.
for Tomb Raider Underworld, which is free now at Games with Gold.
Yes. Game of the year. Game of the year.
Yeah, but I have my list sorted just there. I made a swap. I got Cuphead, like I said, the other week. I haven't played enough of it to actually put it in, so I don't know if I'm going to throw it in. It's actually really fucking hard. Like, people aren't lying. I know you've played it, but then, like, I don't know if when you're playing it in co-op, is it harder? Like, you know, do they increase the boss's health and the people I'm playing it with are just shitter and they're not able to carry themselves and I have to do all the work, you know, that type of thing.
That's your job, man.
Yeah. So
I carried you in both Fortnite and PUBG every game.
that's true. It's true. Obviously.
Do your job, man. Do your job.
Because Supersonic's the best at everything. He doesn't team kill and anything. That's
finally, you guys realize it. I can't believe it. It took this long.
We have to play again because you're just so good. Like,
Wow.
I suck. The best thing about that game is running your friends over. Okay.
Friday the 13th, because even though it was glitchy as fuck, I played it.
OhSnaps, kick him off the show right now, okay?
His cards
I'm not saying it's a perfect game. This is a game that I put a lot of time into and had fun doing it. And like I said before when we were talking about it, had people using game chat in a way that I haven't seen people do in a very long time. People wanted to use game chat because they were having more fun, using the walkie-talkies, being able to talk to people that way, being afraid of the person playing Jason, and if they were role-playing and being creepy as fuck. Like, there was a lot of fun times in that game. While it probably lost some of its steam, and because the glitches and stuff at the start didn't help, it took them too long to fix a lot of it. It was still really fun. It was a different type of experience than I had from playing other games.
On that game would be Tommy, and he'd just chase after Jason. Like, no matter what character he was.
I go after Jason all the time. It's not like, come on, bitch, let's go, and then he'll kill me, and I'm like, oh, have to spec.
Yeah, he wouldn't hide from him, and he'd just get a baseball bat and hunt him down and keep hitting him over the head. And
it's your mission to save everyone. Shadow of War. What were we saying, Boomstick?
No, I was just saying this was for because I know that you got some booze for the Friday 13th. Here you go.
Yeah, but I'm acknowledging the game's not perfect. You know,
no,
has its issues.
No. Listen, you know what? No one's a bigger dummy than me. I supported the $50 version of that game. So yeah, I'm the asshole here.
Hey,
I didn't get ripped off or shaded in any way because I didn't kickstart the game or help back it in any way. So I just got the game. It had its issues. It was annoying. But I actually made lots of friends on the Xbox through it. Like, it was just the experience that I had that helped the game be that much better, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm putting that for my game of the year, actually, because I got to sell my Tom Savini skin on eBay for $350.
And then they made
Jesus Christ.
And then I gave it away to everyone. Like,
yeah, he threw that in there, and then they gave it away to everyone
for free.
That's how I got my Oculus Rift. Was that Tom Savini
God.
Jason?
That is
right,
terrifying.
CBL, did you make it through?
Okay,
all 5
Shadow of
games?
War.
Okay.
Shadow of War.
It's funny. You're the first person to put that on their list, and it is a fantastic game.
Yeah, it's a great game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm almost finished it. Coming in third place would be Destiny. I actually really like Destiny. I just hate on some of the choices that they make, and it's because I like the game that I'm actually doing something about it this time. and not playing it, like, because I'm not going to get my point across. I know I'm just one person, but there's lots of people that aren't playing it, and you have to stick to your guns sometimes. So I like the gameplay of Destiny, so that's why it's number 3. I like the story mode that they had. Coming in at second place, Fortnite, obviously, because I played that game a lot, and I still do, and I might have an addiction to it. We all know that.
Get this guy a check.
Wow. Yeah,
Can I sign up for that? Is that in Ireland?
I don't think so. Nah, you don't get that.
Probably not.
Well, it's the World
It's
Health
just a Fortnite
Organization,
addiction.
so it's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to look in.
Ireland's not part of the world.
Yeah, we're like in the farm side. Like,
Damn.
well, yeah.
Was that
First
your
game
first
is Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Zelda Breath of the
Nice.
Wild.
I don't need to say anything about Zelda. It's amazing. Everyone knows it. It's fucking fantastic. Go play it.
Except when your stick
That was
breaks
definitely
every
one of
5
my
minutes.
faves.
That
And that's
killed it
it.
for me.
Oh, that's it for you? Okay. Xbot, G-Man said eat shit, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's
Am I
like,
cooking
bon
dinner tonight?
appetit. What
If I'm
happened?
cooking dinner tonight, it might come sooner than he even thinks.
Get a shit
Well, he
sandwich.
said Xbot. He didn't say
Tasty.
feed your family shit.
Oh,
okay.
damn
So
it. Well, I eat with my family, so give it a vape.
okay. So my list of games, I'm gonna say, do I have to go from number 5 to number 1? Okay.
That was my conundrum right there. I'm like, do I go 5 to number 1? Do I?
Yeah,
Anyway,
it
but go
feels
ahead.
so difficult. All right, so we're gonna go from I guess we're gonna go from number 5, and then work it to the best games of 2017. I actually had Human Fall Flat as number 5 because I couldn't really think of anything else. But since CBL reminded me about Zelda, we're totally gonna put Zelda in place number 4. Friday the 13th will be my number 5 game. It was a lot of fun, even though I got so frustrated at this game.
That's me smacking you through the mic
Oh.
right now.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, Friday the 13th was a lot of fun. As much frustration as we went through dealing with the bullshit of the game, it was definitely up there on the fun factor. As far as longevity, it didn't really last very long at all, mostly because the frustrations that we had to deal with and all the bullshit. So I'm moving Zelda Breath of the Wild to number 4. Now, I didn't get to finish
Bye,
this game.
Felicia.
I didn't get to finish this game. My nose is running, so I have to keep muting myself. I'm getting sick. Yay. I didn't get to complete this game mostly because our 10-year-old is absolutely obsessed with it. And he tells me all about it, so I get no surprises. But it's a beautiful game. It's a lot of fun to play, and I get to play it with him. So that's my number 4. Number 3 would definitely be Gang Beasts. We just got this.
Yeah.
What was it? December 12th when PUBG came out. It was the same day. So there was a lot of decision
I am
making.
the king of Gang Beasts, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
you cannot defeat
you're a
me.
jackass is what you are. You're evil. So that game is a lot of fun. If you have never heard of it or haven't seen any gameplay, you can totally check out one of our channels. We will definitely have more coming soon. Or just search it on YouTube. You're going to laugh your ass off and be like, you know what? I need this game too.
Maybe we should set up a schedule for just Gang Beasts. Like,
Gang Beast Day?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll do it once a month. Okay. Call of Duty World War II is my number 2 game. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. I used to be, and then I was like, you know what? It's just becoming shit. But when they put out World War II, that totally changed my mind, and I'm really enjoying it, you guys. A lot of fun.
That's a great campaign.
Boomstick promised he was going to play. I didn't finish the campaign, but I
He's not gonna let you live that down, bro.
I will never let him live that down.
I gotta get on it just so I can get killed. Say, oh yeah, I played. Yeah, dead. Yay.
Yeah, the zombies mode is it's pretty good. I'm not too thrilled with the 80s style that they had in the Infinite Warfare, but this one kind of redeemed itself. And then
This one's creepy, man.
I got halfway through the campaign and I really want to finish it. Is pretty good. Then my number one game is obviously going to be PUBG, hands down. I'm absolutely in love with that game. It's like it brings the anxiety and fun back into gaming if you ever felt like you lost it. Like, honestly, like, I will finish a game and I'll come in second or third place and I will be shaking. And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. So, yeah, that's my list.
Hey, Boom, I got an idea. Just don't tell OhSnaps. What I'm going to do is every time she's working, I'm going to DM you, and then you're going to go on Twitter, and you're going to be like, I'm ready for Call of Duty.
Don't do that.
Like, every time. So this way, next week when we come on, be like, yeah, where were you? There was like 7, 8 times I was ready to play. And, yeah. So don't tell her, though. Don't tell her.
Yes, we'll keep this private, even though everyone in the world could hear it.
I don't hear anything, guys. Nothing at all.
I've been playing.
Bullshit.
Oh no!
I was waiting for that, actually.
I've been playing Cody all week. That's what I've been playing.
Nice.
Cody on Xbox.
Yeah.
Is that a good game?
What?
I know, that's just joking.
I'm actually learning. I'm actually learning how to install things into Kodi and stuff. And believe it or not,
It seems confusing as hell, boy.
my
Let me
boy,
tell you.
my boy
easy.
Next Gen actually has a video where he puts in a build that is built for Kodi 18. So like, you definitely want to check that out. You can go and pick up the repository and stuff like that. He has everything in the video. And I'm gonna put that in later today, and but it works. It definitely works.
All right, that's really cool. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we're not going to be able to talk about Cody. But it's
my honorable mention is PUBG.
Oh, we didn't go through your list?
No, we went through my list, but
okay.
I didn't put PUBG on because I don't know why.
Done. All right, guys. So, real quick, I do want to do some special shout outs, and then we're going to say our adioses and shit and get on with our day. Special shout out to Predator H2O for hitting up the super chat, G-Man for becoming a sponsor of the channel. Happy birthday to Rain G4. Congrats to Voidmaster for getting your new job. I think it was Voidmaster. Don't quote me on that.
Yep.
Though. Fastback for hitting up the super chat, and Tony Almeida for hitting up the super chat. Guys, if I did miss anybody, I am truly fucking sorry. I don't think I did though. It's like really hard with so much going on. You guys, like, you have no idea how much my brain is like completely overstimulated right now. My nose is running. I'm sneezing and shit. Calm your tits, Xbot.
Scarface.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing the show. I missed doing the show so much last week, and I was really upset. I overslept. CBL was busy. Supersonic Station was sick. Boomstick was sick. I overslept because I've been dealing with some really ridiculous insomnia.
And she blamed me.
I did not. So
you blamed me on Twitter. You said it was my fault.
T Reaper says Xbot has tits. Calm your tits. So it's been absolutely crazy, and I thank you guys so much. Oh, and I forgot in announcements, you guys can check out streams every Monday and Wednesday now from 8 p.m. until 12 a.m. Eastern time. I will be doing a stream every week. Unless something crazy happens. And now we're going to move on to saying your goodbyes. CBL, would you like to let...
Congrats on your over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, that too. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was super awesome. Oh, and Don is not an episode guest, you guys, just so you know. He was last week. I messed that up. But CBL, would you like to let everybody know where they can find you and what you are up to?
YouTube, Creating Beyond Limits. I'll leave a link in the chat, so that way you can get to my channel, or you can just search it. Twitter is Dean5578. Mixer is Creating Beyond Limits also. Right now, I'm working on my top 10 movies of 2017. I did see a lot of movies. I have a Cineworld pass thing, so I get to see as many movies as I want a month. So I try to go as often as I can. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to do top games, sports movies, and so on. I did want to do it sooner, but Christmas, family, sick, all that shit cuts out time. So it's coming. So A new movie trailer just got added for Slender Man. It came out today. I might do a reaction video for that.
There's a Slender Man movie?
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I didn't know about it either, and I was like, what the fuck? I guess I have to watch that, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, so just if you want to stay tuned and look into my channel, I just do lots of nerdy shit, gaming videos, reactions, movie reviews, top list videos, Netflix movies, and stuff like that. Check us out. I had a great time. This was an awesome start to a fucking awesome year, so that's kick ass.
Awesome. It was definitely an awesome start to an awesome year, and I don't know. I'm gonna hit the lottery, you guys, and then I'll be streaming all the time. I'm just saying. That's my plan anyway. Boomstick, Mr. Boomstick XL, would you like to let everybody know where they can find you, what you're up to, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously this was a great show. Certainly a fantastic way to kick off 2018. I'm expecting great things from all of us in our separate channels, but more specifically on this particular channel, I think we're gonna strive for even better than we did in 2017, and this was definitely a great way to kick it off. Anyone that's interested could find me on Twitter at Mr. Boomstick XL. Hit me up on PSN, Xbox Live. And my friend code, I did a tweet the other day. I got a lot of good responses from the community, so you can find me there. Also, if you wouldn't mind, check out my channel. I launched it about 6 weeks ago. It is going really well. I've dropped 20 videos since launching the channel, and the biggest one is going to be releasing by the end of the week, which is going to be my top 10 of 2017. It's going to be the biggest video that I've personally ever done. And it's clocking in at almost 20 minutes, so it's going to be long.
Nice.
And you can just check out my channel, Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick XL on YouTube, and that's it.
Nice. Guys, I have everybody's Twitter linked in the description. But I will definitely add their YouTube channels as well to make it a lot easier and a little less work for Daz. He is killing himself over there. Moderator of the year. Thank you so much. He's been putting everybody's links everywhere. Yep. So we really appreciate it because it helps a lot.
Daz is the man.
Absolutely. He is definitely the man. And he's always so helpful. Like, you have no idea how much that actually helps us out a lot. Supersonic Station. Where can people find you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
Well, I want to say thanks everyone in the chat for joining us. You guys all rock. And you can find me at Eastside Hospital. I'm a psychiatrist for rehab on video games.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give you plenty of Xanax and write you a fat check.
You guys, he can't write you any Xanax prescriptions. Check.
He's gonna be like, I'm gonna help you. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna help you with your addiction. Give me your consoles. Give me your games.
Yes.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Sit in the corner and rock.
Exactly.
Here, have a plate. Oh.
Find me at Supersonic Station on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch, and on Sundays at 3 p.m. Central, me, JKVR, we do a VR news show, so check that out. And on Wednesdays before the podcast, me and Lady Lex UK do a Project Spark. Soon to probably be a Dreams for PlayStation VR and Project Spark kind of show. And probably tonight I'll be streaming Skyrim VR. So come check that out.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely go check them out. Guys, Creating Beyond Limits is 3 subs away from 350 subscribers. Make sure you go give him a subscribe. And then we have the
Scrabble. Give him a Scrabble, guys.
Go Scrabble him.
I'll take a shot for every sub.
All right. So Xbot448, where can people find you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
I am on the fraud station. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Before I get into where you guys can find me, I just want to give a huge shout out. After Christmas, I don't know what the frig happened, but my Xbox Live and my PSN have been going crazy with people adding.
I heard about this. Yes.
Constantly, day and night, people are adding me. A lot of people are asking me to play Fortnite right now, which I have PUBG, so like I'd rather play PUBG. But huge shout out to everybody adding me on PSN and on Xbox Live. Thank you guys so much. I will go in and play games as you know, we're going throughout the year and stuff like that. So hopefully I could get a couple kind of like what I call regular gamers, people that like go in and I play certain games with, like Destiny 2. It would be like Vertigo, D Bizzle, Longshot, Andy Mack, and of course the Iron Lords podcast. So we go in and play that. So hopefully I can develop kind of like a Minecraft group and so on and so forth. But to follow me, yo, just real easy. It's in the description. You just go to my Twitter. It's at xbot448. I'm on quite a few live shows throughout the week. I do have my own YouTube channel. You can find all the information on my Twitter, and I let everybody know when these shows go live. So whether it's Crossfire, BGST, Next Podcast, shout out to Next Podcast crew, you know, who come together every Saturday on my channel. Just a bunch of content, and so just go follow me at xbot448 on Twitter.
Beautiful, beautiful. Did I get everybody? I always forget this. Like, I feel like I missed somebody.
No, you got everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yourself.
Yourself, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you guys.
She's like,
Shut up,
You
Xbox.
can find Mel driving like a crazy on PUBG. If you see a crazy driver,
you can find me under a motorcycle tire in PUBG.
Shut up. Don't make fun of me. I'm a really good driver. I swear. You guys can find me on Twitter at girlscangame22. That's where you can find out probably the most up-to-date information on what I'm doing. You guys can also check out the description. You can connect with me on Instagram, my Xbox, my PS4 name. Everything is there. And I'll be adding more to that as we go throughout 2018. But right now, I'm going to try to keep it simple. Yeah, and make sure you guys come and check out my live streams every Monday and Wednesday. Set that, hit the little bell, so that way you know when I go live.
Dad's in the chat. Did the chat wall chats with connect with Mel? He put your Twitter.
That's so cute.
Xbox, everything, like all with little hearts and stuff.
Thank you, Desky. You guys, it's been a great start to the new year. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting the show and hanging out with us and coming by every week. It's absolutely amazing, and it makes me a little bit emotional, but I'm trying to not be emotional. So, yeah, guys, have a great week, and we will see you next Wednesday on Coffee Casuals and Consoles. Thank you.
First, Mel's going to cry. Then I'm going to cry.
Then all next week.